Hello, good morning everyone. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, however you celebrate. I wish everything of all the mostest to you and yours. Oh. Okay, so December 25th, 2024. What is it that we need to know? Now, the moon is newly into Scorpio early this morning, so there could be some intense joy. There could be some deeper feelings that we've never felt before. When the moon's in Scorpio, you never know what it's going to be, but it can definitely, most of all, be transformative. Right there. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Eight of Swords reversed. Breaking free from our own, from the self-created prisons of our mind, or self-created prison of our minds. And then we have the Queen of Wands, which brings through self-confidence. Oops. And then we have the Three of Swords. Okay. So if someone that you love, especially a mother or a grandmother or a woman who seems to be completely in her authority, is a little, if you get some biting words or you feel a little rejected, please don't take it personally. It's not you. It's never, if someone judges us harshly, if someone is cruel with their words, if someone is causing us any type of heartbreak, I think most of the time, 90-some% of the time, it's not your fault. Now, if you've been going back and forth in a battle with somebody, then it might just be, oh goodness, okay, this is what we get when we go there. But for the most part, most people don't do that. With the Eight of Swords coming through reversed, we can look at each one of these swords as being a mental construct that has kept us kind of bound up. And we're not doing that anymore. We're free. We are shaking all of this off. Well, we haven't walked away yet, but we're shaking things off, and we're not going there with our thought patterns. Okay? So, from that release of the mental constructs of the past, where we would betray ourselves, where we may even be in a little bit of self-hatred because, and it could be very well just, unconscious, where we are thinking in terms of what other people have, well, basically, it's that old thing of comparing ourselves with others, and then when we do that, we are violating spiritual law because we are not, we're not honoring the uniqueness of yourself, of each individual. If we're comparing ourselves with someone else, we're forgetting how unique we are. Like, we're the only ones that can do us, do ourselves. Right? I mean, that's just the way it is. No one else. We're here, each of us are here individually to share our unique selves. So when we stop doing that, then we stop betraying ourselves. But to do that would bring through, or as we do that, every little process of removing those false beliefs pulls a sword out of your heart. There can be way more than three. But, when we're going chronologically with the swords, there's a whole, that's one really good way to learn tarot, is to pull out all the different, to get the suits down first and pull them all out and line them up, from 1 to 10, and you'll see a pattern. You'll see the pattern. So at the third pattern, we've gone past the first, the Ace of Swords. We're like, oh, new idea. I think I have something that's truthful that I can hold on to, and I'm trusting myself and going with it. That's Two of Swords comes through, and we're in that place of like, uh-oh, okay, no, wait, I'm not totally sure yet. I've got, there's the blindfold on. Your antennas are up, the swords are across your chest, and you're at a bit of a crossroads, and needing to make a decision. It's about choices. Also, it's often about blocked emotions. So then here we are with the Three of Swords. The emotions aren't blocked anymore because there's pain that needed to be accessed. And we can just bet that it's coming from a past life that we brought in through this life. It could be a series of past lives where we just weren't able to process through all the pain before we crossed over. And, you do what you can in the spirit world, but once you make it to, we all have our life review, and yes, you can go through feeling as much as possible, but to be human is to meet pain. That's just life. It's life on earth. And the important thing that I want to say here is that don't ever take it personally when somebody else is being cruel or someone else is being hateful. Maybe they're projecting their own self-hatred onto you and they're just having a bad day. But to fall back into the Queen of Wands, where she's very, very open. She's very warm. She has a tremendous amount of self-confidence. I mean, look at the size of that wand, right? She's receptive in her confidence too, because all the queens are of water and then their elements. So this would be water and fire. So water is receptive and deep, and then the wands with the fire. Once you get into that depth, then you can come through with who you truly are and in your self-confidence. She didn't come through reversed. If all three of these came through reversed, I would say, ooh, stay away from this woman. But I feel like she's an aspect of ourselves that needs to trust our intuition, trust our love, and just keep holding on to your love. Keep loving yourself through it, no matter what it is. She's... I love my dear friend over Lori at the Way of Positive Change, joking around one day. She said, "Oh, she's the hoe of the tarot," and I'm like, "What?" The Queen of Wands, the hoe of the tarot, not Lori, the Queen of Wands. And I'm cracking up. She's like, "Yeah, look at her. She's the only one with her legs apart." But then she had another take on it too, where this is where we can kind of give ourselves away. Because we're open. So if you've been the open and loving one, and somebody has been not, reciprocating that type of love, then you can just let those false beliefs go. It's never, ever your fault when somebody treats you harshly or with anything less than love. So, yeah. Now, this could also be, another way I could see this working out, or could be an issue, not really an issue, but just something, is if you're no longer feeling restricted within, but there has been some heartbreak, or there's going to be some heartbreak in the future, because, it's life, like I said, that you will do really well, each one of us, we will all do really well if we have the courage to ask the person that either hurt us or maybe we hurt them. Maybe these are our harsh words. Maybe this is just some negative self-talk and you can work it out within yourself. But if it's another person, then it takes an awful lot of courage to go to them and say, you know what? That really hurt, and I don't believe it's my fault that you had some cruel words, but I just wanted to let you know how I felt. Or maybe they have the courage to come to you and say, you know what, I realize I was really locked up I was really locked up in my own false beliefs, and I gave you some grief that you didn't deserve. Could be something like that. So, but that's all I'm seeing with these three. I'm not really getting anything else. If you guys do, I always love knowing what you get with the cards. So feel free to put your insight in the comments, and also however you're doing. And most of all, Merry Christmas. Okay, bye.